when just shit hit the fan, it was just kind of like, do I really love you, or is it because I'm so stuck on the fact that you don't want me, like you don't want only me, is why I want you.
Hi guys, welcome back to Chismeando with Las Mamonas. I'm Shay.
I'm Audrey.
And we are back with episode 9.
Number 9.
Following us today, we have the one person you guys truly know and truly loved. So with us again, we have Miss K.
Hi.
And for the ones who don't know who she is, she was one of our guests on episode 4. And she came here to talk about her experience with her last relationship that unfortunately she did get cheated on. So if you guys haven't watched that one yet, you guys should definitely go back and watch it because it's our number 1 ranked YouTube video right now.
Yeah.
Literally, it is. But how do you feel being back with us today?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I do.
She's like,
it's cool being back.
Yeah, huh?
You know, after everything that, you know, we recorded and the last podcast, it was insane.
Yeah.
It was a big thing.
Yeah, it kind of blew up.
We're like, it kind of blew up. We know what you're talking about.
We know our phones are blowing up every 5 seconds.
And still are.
Yeah, the people are still
crazy.
liking and like reposting, and even like different like Instagram pages are still like reposting her like video, you know, which is fucking dope. But
yeah. It's crazy. But Kiara, how you feel? Like, obviously, like, the crazy thing is that you got a lot of hate. Yes, a lot of hate.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, like, there was mostly men. What do you think about that?
Men,
I'm sorry.
At first, when I didn't really think that I'm gonna sound like that girl, you know, that goes, oh, I did not think it was gonna blow up, you know, but I didn't expect it to be that big, or for other girls or for other people around the world, or, you know, to actually relate to the story that I said and that I experienced. And then when I had got the call from Shay, like, telling me, like, you know, the video's blowing up, and instantly I remember her voice change. And I was like, oh, like, what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
And she goes, well, they're just talking bad about you. And so I just said, you know what, let me just look at it. It's insane how much time people have on their hands just to write a comment like that, you know?
Like a hate comment.
Yeah.
not only just a comment, but a whole fucking paragraph.
Yeah, literally.
And just pure fucking negative shit. Like,
and the fact that it's just men,
I know.
Like, damn, like,
they're freaking chismosos.
and it's mostly men that are just like such haters, you know, just because we as women finally know our worth, and we just don't want to stand there and just be treated the way that you're treating us, just because what, like, yeah, I said all those sweet things to him, I'm not gonna be like rude about it. Right. And there was one comment that there was a guy that said, oh, so he's all these things, but you broke up with him. I said, yeah, like, just because you're all those things doesn't mean that I'm gonna erase everything that you did to me.
Right.
Like, that's dumb. So the fact that just men are just hating on me,
I know.
and, you know, other girls in the comments are like, oh, so what, she should just stay because what, this and this and that, like, no.
Literally having a whole fight in the comments.
yes,
Having a whole conversation. I was like, dang.
But not only were like men commenting, but I just like the fact that there was a lot of other women who were, you know, like, on our side,
right? Like,
women supporting women. Like, I feel like that's always like a good thing, because like, women out of anyone know like what it's like to like get cheated on, you know. Not saying like men don't get cheated on, because I'm pretty sure men also do too, but it's just like it's more well known in like a women community.
Yeah. You know, the crazy thing too is that I feel like all those men that like we're telling, like, they were commenting like hate and all of that, they actually are the ones cheating on their girlfriends. That's why they get offended, you know. That's why they get offended, and that's why they comment the things they do, because they probably are the ones doing it, you know. Dicen por ahí, like, you know, like, lo que estás haciendo es, like, te enojas porque sabes que lo estás haciendo, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I just think the funny part is that you're commenting hate on the video, but yet you're on my DMs, like talking about, oh, you're so pretty. Okay, can I get your number? Way. Yeah, I kid you not. There was a guy that commented, oh, all she wants to do is just hoe around, you know, and it's just kind of like, okay, that's cool. 2 days later, I kid you not, I found a little request from the DM. I clicked it, and it's the same guy. Like, oh my god, you're so pretty. Like, can I get your number? You know, just like random. And it's just kind of like, but weren't you the one that just said that I was, you know? Or there's people that thought that I was the one cheating.
Yeah.
You know? Or they're saying that, oh, you know.
She had someone else, or like, yeah. There's a lot of people saying stupid shit. But yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Definitely. Can't believe that. There was just, like, literally they were having like a fight, like literally like random people, and then other man, yeah bro, I agree with you, yeah bro.
Like, no, literally
she was with someone else already, bro, you think that? Yeah bro. Like, come on.
Like, did we just witness friendship build up right here?
I'm fucking dead. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
How does it feel, like, moving on from a toxic relationship?
It feels good. In the beginning, it's just it made me sad.
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
not gonna say that it makes everyone sad, but I feel like when I, you know, from moving on from that, it made me feel a lot better, because I didn't have to deal with the whole, like, and I'm gonna say the word deal because I felt like I dealt with so much from him, and I don't have to deal with the nagging. I don't have to deal with the negativity. Whenever I would say, like, hey, let's go out, you want to go out? And I'm just kind of like, okay, I guess.
We won't go out.
We won't go out, fine.
You guys know.
So, yeah, like, it felt good. After a couple months of, you know, just being with my friends, going out, having fun, finding myself again, that's when it, like, it hit me where I was like, you know what, like, I can be by myself and I don't have to be with a guy to be happy.
Right.
So
you think you were like, you think you truly loved him, or you think you were just used to him already?
I truly loved him. I truly loved him at some point, and then when just shit hit the fan, it was just kind of like, do I really love you, or is it because I'm so stuck on the fact that you don't want me, like you don't want only me, is why I want you, you know, because I didn't want to accept the fact that I wasn't enough for him, which it was true. Like, I was not enough for him. I wasn't the woman that he wanted to be with. At the end, he just wanted multiple girls around him to boost his ego up. And that was something that I just never did, I guess. I wasn't the one to be like, oh my god, you're so cute. Oh my god, I love you. Oh my god, this. But I tried to be that girl and I couldn't. So, I mean, it is what it is at the end.
It's crazy, because when I knew that this girl really loved him was because she had this opportunity, right? She had this one big opportunity to just leave him and go with someone who actually treats her right, and she didn't want that. She stayed with him, you know?
Yes.
And the thing with her is that she literally could have, like, a line of, like, motherfuckers, like, throwing shit, like, bro, like, I can give you the fucking world, and she'll still stay with him. Yeah, you know?
And that's true. That she is true on that. Like, I had someone that would, like, give me the absolute world without me even asking for that. Like, they would just be like, you know what, I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna give you the world. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to ask me for the bare minimum. Like, it's just common sense. When you're in a relationship, you shouldn't ask for that. It should just already be given. And if they don't give it to you, it's just kind of like, you're dumb. Like, I really have to sit down and ask you, please don't cheat on me, please don't do this, please don't do that. Then you're not ready for a relationship, you know? The fact that you just don't have common sense sometimes is just
fuck.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Like, no sos pendeja. That's so crazy. Oh
But
my
yeah,
gosh.
that's when I knew that she actually loved him, and that there was no way to get her out of that.
Really?
There was no fucking way.
Or there was this one. I think I knew that I really loved him when I had the opportunity to really get him, you know, like really. I'm not gonna say, I don't want to say it because it's just kind of something private, but it's just something was gonna happen and I could have let it happen, but seeing him and knowing our history, knowing that he was my boyfriend, I was like, oh hell no, I'm not about to let you ruin like what I got going on because of your mistake. I'm gonna fix it. And that's what I did. I fixed it until it broke me, but I fixed it. And it made me, once I did that, I was like, damn, I really fixed it. And like, I really love him. If he doesn't understand how much I love him because I did this, and I don't know what else I can do to show him, you know?
Yeah.
So you truly would do literally anything for him. Like, you were down literally to even probably even kill someone for him.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you know you truly love this person.
No, tampoco, güey. Tampoco. What the fuck?
Well,
He's like, yeah.
she said yes.
Am I admitting to murder?
Well,
No, yeah.
trust me, there's some people that are so damn in love that they don't see the other people. It's literally gonna kill you, you know?
Love, like, you know that show Love is Blind? Like, love is absolutely blind. Like, I was blind for like 4 years. I was like, I could not see nothing but him.
Tell me about it.
But yeah,
That
like,
is so freaking crazy.
If that's how to word it, yeah, I think that's like the best way to describe it. I would do literally anything. I would let him drag me, or you know, through the mud and step on me, because I just did not want to let go. I didn't want to have that thing in the back of my head where it was just kind of like, and I think that was like my biggest fear. It's like, what if I didn't leave him? I would be married by now. Or what if I didn't leave him? I would have a baby with him, or you know, something like that. And that's when I had first broke up with him, where I thought about that, where I was like, oh, like, what if I didn't do that? Maybe if we just worked it out, maybe if I just didn't give up. But it was just kind of like, he gave up a long time ago, and I just didn't want to accept the fact that he did that. So
I feel like, I mean, I don't know if it is true or not, but I feel like at the same time what you were going through was that you didn't want to let go of him because you didn't want to see him with someone else.
yeah.
You knew that what he was doing to you, that he was cheating on you, that he was treating you the way he was treating you, but yeah, you didn't want to let go because you didn't want to see him with another woman.
Yeah, I didn't want to see, and I knew that was going to be the issue, you know, because I'm already with him and I'm already seeing him with other girls. You know, I obviously didn't like that. So imagine if I wasn't with him and he were to do that. That would bother me. Like, now you're not hiding it because now we're not together anymore. Now you're just going to be open and publicly with it. When we were together, you would hide it from me. So I didn't expect it at all. Right. Every single time that he did that, I did not expect it. Because, you know, I always thought, you know, once a cheater, always a cheater.
Mm-hmm.
And that's true. Like, no one can ever change my mindset on that. Like, oh, well, that's not true. Like, people can change. This and, like, no. Like, a person's like that, truly like that, once they show you their bad side, it's because that's who they really are. And there's no point of changing that side. If you're going to be able to show someone that you supposedly love your bad side like that, then it's over. It's just kind of like, I thought you said you didn't want me to view you like that. I thought you said that you loved me. I thought you said that you cared for me. And then you switch a flip, and then it's just kind of like, you're showing me someone that I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know this person. I fell in love with this person. And you're showing me someone completely differently. Like, I'm not dating you. So
I feel like to add on to what you were saying, how she didn't want to see him with anyone else, I feel like that could have been one of the things on why she held on for so long. Right. But I also feel like it's the fact that she was kind of like afraid that she wouldn't find anyone else, or like no one else would have like wanted her.
Right, like the feeling of being alone, you know.
Yeah, I feel like that's a very, very big thing. It's just like, okay, like who the fuck is gonna want me now, you know? Right. Like you just feel like I've been with someone for so long, and like they did me the way they did, like I can't trust no one else, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like it goes through, like at least it goes through my mind, you know, if anything will happen to my marriage. Like I think that, like those thoughts come into my mind, like am I really gonna be able to open up to another person, you know? Am I really gonna have the trust with the other person? So I believe so, you know, even I'm not having experienced any of that, but I'm just saying, like I feel like it's just normal that comes into your mind.
It was a little bit of that too. Like I didn't want to get away, or I didn't want to let go of him because I didn't know if I was gonna find anyone else, you know, or no one was gonna be able to deal how he described me. Like, not describe me in a sense, but I mean how he made me feel that I was a lot. I don't think when I was with him, I didn't think that someone else was gonna be able to handle me. You know, I thought that I was like this big diva girl that like wanted to always go out, always wanted to spend money and all this stuff. But it was just kind of like, I finally got a job where I was able to spend that much amount of money, you know, where I wanted to spoil people, or I wanted to spoil myself. And it was not like $50, $60. Like, it was just some stuff that are nice, you know, that was just like shoes, like $300 shoes, $400 shoes. And I was just kind of like, you know what, I earned my money, I work for it. It's not like it's given to me, so I'm gonna work for it. And he made me feel like that I was like extra. This big extra girl that and he would always tell me, and I don't even think he like thinks that he would tell me that, but he's like, oh, no one can handle you like I do, so like who would want you? Like no one's gonna want you the way that I want you, so like you're better off just staying with me, you know. So I believe that. So
did he ever try to like hit you, like physically abuse you?
No, he didn't. It was just a lot of like when we would argue, we'd argue so bad. Like we're not like this, you know. We would be like in each other's faces, like
screaming to each other,
screaming like our lungs out, like to the point that we would cry like while we were screaming. It was like a lot. Like one time, I remember this one time, like it was so bad to the point that I was at his house and we just got into it over something so small, like over pizza, right? Over pizza, because like I had put like mushrooms and pineapple on the pizza, right? Like on his pizza, and it was like for DoorDash or whatever, and he had opened it and he's like, what the fuck? Why do I have pineapples and mushrooms on my pizza? And I said, just pick it out. Just, you know, take it apart. And he's like, no, that's so fucking stupid. This and this and that. Like, you're so dumb. I can't believe, like, you already know. Like, I know your order. Why don't you know mine? Like, you don't even care about us anymore. And I kind of look at him and I was like, over pizza? Like, are you kidding me? And it was just like little fights that started getting like where you shouldn't even be fighting. You know, like that's where I think the relationship started getting bad, because like we would argue about literally everything, like coffee, work, pizza, food, like anything.
That's
like,
so crazy.
Yeah.
And how and when did you know that it just wasn't going to work anymore?
It wasn't gonna work anymore. I feel like when it was last year. Yeah, last year. It was this one time that I was I got dressed, right? I got cute dress, like everything, right? didn't acknowledge me, like, at all. Like,
didn't compliment you, nothing. Didn't tell you you're beautiful. Didn't tell you you looked good. Nothing.
That day. And
not
like,
even a bad comment. You look ugly.
yeah, like I was waiting for at least that, something, you know.
Take that shit off.
Exactly. Like, I had like a dress on, I had everything, and he just kind of was like nonchalant about it, you know, kind of just said, okay, like, whatever. But if it was someone else on, you know, Snapchat, or the other girls would be like, oh my god, you're so cute.
You're so
like,
fine.
oh my god, you're so fine, baby girl. This is that.
Oh my god.
I'm like, ew. Like, really? Like, my dress was like so much better than that.
You're like, she's wearing sweats.
Exactly.
Fucking
Mine
hoodie,
is
what the
pink.
fuck?
Exactly.
Oh my
Like,
god.
it was just that, where I already knew that it wasn't gonna work out, because, or how I really knew was when I would look at him and I would hear him talk, and I'm just kind of like, what are you saying? Like, I don't understand you, you know? And I don't know if I don't think I opened up about it, but he used to smoke a lot, you know?
Mhm.
Like, a lot.
There's a pothead.
Yeah. And
Pot. Not pod.
No, I said that. We can cut the part.
no, you gotta leave it.
No, because we're talking
He was a
serious.
podhead.
So just cut it down where she's not.
Okay, he go. He was a pothead. Okay.
Okay. So
Okay,
so
go.
he was a pothead, and I could not stand it, like, at all. At one point I was just kind of like, damn, like, you can't just have, like, just don't do it today, you know? And we would argue about it, like, just please, like, why don't you just stop? You know, it's a waste of money, first of all. Second, like, you just sound dumb. And third, like, you shouldn't even be doing that, especially if you're driving, you know? Or especially because of anything. Like, I don't see the point of it. You know, like, I get it, some people need it, but I don't see the point of it. So I just didn't like that. The fact that he chose that over me. Like, he really did choose. One story, really quick. We were around here, like, close to Mesa, no, Irvine Spectrum, around over here, because he, you know, is on this side. And I didn't have money, right? He didn't have money. He was in a bad mood, you know? I had the money, I just didn't want to spend that type of money. And he was in a bad mood, and we were going to his mom's house. And I had asked him, I said, oh, do you have any, like, you know, weed? And then he goes, no, I don't have money for that right now. And I was like, okay. And he goes, yeah. And he's in a bad mood, like the bitchiest mood, right? Like, I could not stand it. So I told him, I said, just stop at the thing, I'll buy it for you. Like, I'll buy it for you. Really? I'm like, yeah, like, stop. He's like, nah, you don't have to. I'm like, no, come on. I'll buy it for you. I spent probably like $85 for like a little piece like this. like,
What the fuck?
Like,
I could have had that to my dogs.
I kid you not, a little piece like this. And it upsets me, because, like, I think I spent like a good like $400 on just like stupid little flour, you know? And once I bought that, instant mood change. Instantly. He got in the car, he bought it. I said, oh, what'd you get? Oh, I got this, you know, and I got a stizzy, all this stuff. And I remember telling him, if just please, like, get one thing, you know? If you don't, but if you can't, that's fine. Just get one thing. I don't want you to spend the full $100. Just, you know, just get one thing. Nah. Dude came out with candy, flour, stizzy, you know. I was like, oh, how much was he? He's like, oh, 100 and something, you know, this and that. And I was like, Oh, I thought you said you didn't have many, but okay. And instant mood change. He took a hit of it, and oh, I love you so much. Like, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Like,
just because you satisfied his cravings
just
and
because
shit.
I satisfied the craving
It's
of him.
addiction.
And I don't care what people say, the whole, like, oh, it's not addicting, I can stop whenever I want. No. I feel like I experienced it with someone that, like,
Was hardcore.
And I hated it. Like, that's the only reason why I hate it. I don't like the whole vaping thing. I don't like it. And I always promise myself the next person that I'm with, if he does that, like, I'm sorry, I can't date you. Like, I'm not about to be going through that. Because it's just instant mood changes that it's just like, because you don't have it this day, you're going to be in a really bad spot. And then next thing you know, you have it the next day and you're so happy. I'm not about to be dealing with that.
Yeah.
And plus, it's a waste of money. I don't really.
That's just like a perfect representation on how she would always satisfy his cravings, you know? Because there would be times where she would text me, like, she would be upset. And then all she would tell me is just like, bro, like, I just want one sober conversation. Like, that's all I want. Like, I just want to sit down, talk to him when he's, like, okay and not, like, under the influence.
And remember.
Because something about her is just, like, she craves to just, like, sit and talk, you know? Like, you guys don't even have to go above and beyond and go to fucking LA and go to the fucking, I don't fucking know. She just wants to talk, you know? Like, she'll kill a moment to just sit and talk over a fucking concert, you know?
That's literally all I wanted. Like, I just wanted, because our conversations, we wouldn't have conversations like this, you know? I'd tell him, like, oh, you know, I had a good day at work, this and that, and he'll be like, oh, haha, I had this date, and then, like, he'll look at you and he'll be like,
what'd you say?
I forgot. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Like, it switched. And it was just kind of like, I have to repeat myself again. Like, I have to remind you, or I have to do this. And
how were you able to handle that for many years? To be with, like, not someone, like, I feel like you were just, like, you would just have the person there, you know, here and there to, like, have a kiss, you know, a hug, the conversation here and there.
Yeah.
But you didn't really have that boyfriend, you know, because he was not mentally, like...
Yeah.
Mentally, because obviously he was under the freaking influence and all of that.
Yeah. And, like, all the stuff that he I would tell him, like, please don't do it, you know?
And he never stopped.
He never stopped. I mean, the fact that he chose that over me is just kind of like... It was sad. It was just kind of like, damn, dude, like... You're really picking, like, a stupid, like, flower over me? Like, you can't even have sex with that. Like, are you kidding me? Like, at this point, like, really? So, or he forgot, like, our anniversary sometimes, and, like, yeah.
It's just the little things. It's honestly, like, the little things count a lot. Like, believe it or not, it's just, like, we have an anniversary, you know, you remember?
True. Like,
it's just like, they all add up. Sooner or later they all add up, and you're just like, bro, like, at this point it's just like,
yeah, whatever's. Like, as a woman, like, well, especially me, like I don't, like, you don't have to buy me, like, expensive stuff, like, as long as you, like have the time to talk to me, you know, and tell me, like, how you doing, to at least tell me a good morning or good night. That's what, like, it matters, you know. And I feel like almost every woman, like more than anything we can call attention. Yeah. You know, every woman likes attention.
Did you ever get your closure?
Yeah.
You did?
I did.
And after you guys, like, officially broke up, did you ever, like when you guys officially, like, no more, like, looking back, did you ever want to look back?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I had met up with him after the breakup, probably, like, a month, 2 months after. And he was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be at the skate park. And I was going to the mall. So I said, you know what, let me just go see him, you know.
Bye-bye. Let me be the pendeja that I am. Let's
go. Oh, my God.
Exactly. I went, and instantly, like, he told me, he's like, I miss you so much. I didn't cry. He started crying because I hugged him, and we just gave each other a really long hug. And I just told him, like, you know, like, I'm always gonna be here for you whenever you need it. You know, I'm always gonna be there for your family whenever your family is like in need. Like, I'm there. If anything happens, like, I got her. If anything got her. Sorry, I just realized that I name dropped.
You did.
And if anything happens to them, then, you know, I got it, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like I got my closure by saying that, but I felt like I also got my closure by realizing that it wasn't gonna work out anymore. I felt like I got my closure when I found out that he was cheating on me so many times. So it's not like something new. Like, I already knew it wasn't gonna work out, so
Yeah.
I didn't really.
Then when you saw him again after those 2 months, like, do you had any feelings like
I wanted to get back with you.
Yes.
No.
Wow.
No,
She
I
grown.
didn't.
Like,
I
that's
didn't.
when you knew, like, that's it. Like,
yeah.
no.
I kind of looked at him and I was just like, I'm not trying, you know, I'm not trying to be mean or anything.
Pero so feo.
But I just looked at him and I was like, damn, I really dated that, like, for so long. But it's because I think it wasn't because of his looks. It was more because I knew the type of person that he was. That's what made him ugly to me.
Right.
Because I knew how he really, really was. Like, he wasn't bad looking. He wasn't. But, girl, why you lied?
I know. She was telling me que estaba feo. I mean, I
Yeah.
haven't, like, seen a picture of him. I mean, I don't know this guy. Chismosas and chismosos. I don't know how this
She's
guy
like,
is.
let me pull it up real
No,
quick.
let me see.
She
Actually-
does know. I don't know how he looks. I don't
Yeah.
know nothing. I just know about him because obviously about she has been sharing with us. But I feel obviously a guy who cheats on you is freaking ugly.
Yeah.
Just like any person who cheats, honestly.
Yeah, literally doesn't have to be a man.
Girl, boy, you're fucking ugly.
Yeah, you
Boy,
can
girl.
be the cutest, and I always say you can be the cutest boy in the whole entire world. If your personality is shit,
Fuck
Then you're
that.
like,
shit.
you're shit. Like, you can have the cutest face, like the most hottest body ever. Nah, boy, like, get out of my face. If you can't understand humor, if you can't have that cool personality where someone actually, like, you know, fucks with you, then I'm not, like, don't waste your time. At the same time, like, even a girl can be the cutest banging body ever, and, you know, I've been told that, like, yeah, Kiara, you're so pretty, but, like, your personality is shit. But it was probably because I didn't like you that much. You know, I probably didn't like you. That's probably why I didn't show you, like, my real personality. And a lot of people don't get that. Like, I kind of just fake my funk sometimes. And, like, I faked my funk after my breakup, for sure, when I started dating. You know, like, a lot of people would be like, oh, why don't you do this? Oh, why don't you that? Well, it's probably because I don't like you, like, that much, you know? So,
If I don't like you, I don't even say hi.
yeah.
Just kidding.
After you got your closure, did you finally know? Obviously, like, well, yeah. After you got your closure, did you finally know your worth as a person? If so, how long did it take?
I feel like it's still I'm still trying to work on it.
Still in the process.
You know, I'm still in my healing era.
Okay.
But, I feel like, I'm gonna name drop.
Oh shit.
I
Okay.
feel like Drew really helps me with my healing process. Like, he really does. And I feel like my friends help me with my healing process. Like, my friend Maggie, Amanda, Crystal, like, those three girls, I don't think, if it wasn't for them, I don't think, like, going out and, you know, like, Shay, like, having her to talk to me, like, you know, like, if I didn't have them, I don't think I would be able to be okay by myself, you know? Like, my friends had a lot to do with my healing process, and I love them for that. Like, I literally do anything for them. I absolutely kill someone if they were to mess with any of them. But Drew, he really helps me with my whole healing process, because not only when we did start dating and all that, he saw the video, obviously, and he had told me that he had saw like what I went through, but
so he didn't know the whole story.
He didn't know the depth of it. He just knew like some of it, because it's just kind of like, as a girl, you don't want to move into another relationship and be like dragging that with me,
right?
So I didn't want to tell him what I went through. In my mind, I didn't want to tell someone what I went through, because then, to me, I didn't want them to think, oh, you know what, if I date her, she's gonna deal with all that too. Like, she's gonna deal with all my shit, so might as well just do it. Obviously, she's never gonna leave. So I didn't want to put that in his head. So when he had seen the episode, all he did was just like grab my face, kiss my forehead, and he was just like, you did really good. And I know it was hard for you to talk about. I know it was really hard for you to go through that, but I want you to remember that it's not gonna happen. Like, you're not with him anymore. And he really helps me with that. Like, he reassures me. He gives me the most attention. Like, not even my dog Cannoli. Like, not even him. Like, I think Andrew gets more excited than Cannoli gets, like, when he sees me. So
golden retriever.
Real life golden retriever. Real life golden retriever. So yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm still healing from it. It's hard sometimes to move on from being in such a bad toxic relationship to a good one, because I don't expect it. It's hard to move on and be good with someone when all you're used to is arguing, the bitching, the constant cheating, the lying, all that. To
like, you don't believe that it's true.
Yeah,
that someone else.
where if you were to ask me like with Drew and stuff, it's just kind of like, damn, where did I find you? Like, where do I get one of these? So it was really hard to believe when I had met him. It was just kind of like, wow, like, I really like you, so I know I would catch myself like trying to push away from it, because I didn't want to like him at first, because I didn't want to
get attached.
Yeah, I didn't want to get attached.
You were still scared. You were still, like you said, you were still in the healing process, and you thought you weren't ready for someone else,
which is understandable. Like, I feel like after getting cheated on, like, you just develop all these trust issues, and you just like I just mentioned earlier, like, someone can be giving you the world right in front of you, or like literally putting it out like to your fucking face, and you just like, I'm scared, like, I don't want to take it.
Yeah.
But it's a very big step, and she definitely took that big step, and she's doing good now. She's doing better than she was a couple months ago.
Yeah.
But
le gustaba la mala vida in a way.
Yeah.
You think te gustaba la mala vida?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Like, literally, I agree with you. I think that's what it was. Like, I feel like my friend Amanda always tells me this, like, you just like getting treated like shit. You just love it. So why don't you just stop?
Para de sufrir, güey.
Yeah, just kind of like. And I finally stopped, and I was, what's crazy is that I hate when someone's so nice to me. I hate it.
She does.
I hate it when someone is just always in a good mood. Like, you're, like, not in a good mood, but just like so nice. like, do you ever have like, it's just when someone's just so nice to me, where it's just kind of like, dude, you're just so annoying to me now. Like, you're just up my ass already. Like, I don't, like, I'm being a bitch to you. Why don't you just tell me I'm being a bitch to you?
Right.
Like, I can tell. Like, there was a guy that like brought me Starbucks and food for a whole week, and I looked at him and I'm like, oh, let's go on a date. And I'm like, no, dude, I don't want to go out with you. The fuck? Like, all this stuff. And he was like, you're so beautiful.
You're like, tell me something bad.
Yeah, I'm like,
tell me how ugly.
Wow. My even my friends are just like, how do you get guys to do all that for you, and like you don't do shit.
You don't
know?
see it.
And I'm just kind of like, whatever. And I think with my relationship now, he was basically like, here, I'm giving you all this, take it or leave it. And I took it. Yeah, I was like, I took it. So, and it was like the best decision of my life. Like, I don't think I've ever been so sure in such little time that I've been with him. I don't think I've ever been so sure with someone ever. Even if you were to ask me about like stuff, like that's one thing that it was just kind of like, damn, I really do see myself with you. I like, you really love me for me. I really love you for you. And another thing is because I feel like we understood each other in a level because he had went through a breakup, but he was with her for 5 years, and I was with for 4 years. So we kind of understood what we were going through. Nothing similar to mine, obviously, just from what I learned and what he's told me, it was a good breakup. So I mean, it was just kind of like, I guess they were just already too used to each other. It just became so not it. So I mean, I think he understood me in that part.
I feel like she definitely did find her person. Like,
I think so. I mean, I had met
Literally
him, the boyfriend, and he's super nice, to be honest.
Super cute. Yeah, I really like him.
Yeah.
I really thought he was Mexican, but he's not Mexican. Yeah. So I was trying to talk to him in Spanish, and he's like,
what?
What? I was like, oh, sorry.
Don't let the darkness.
No español? He's like, no español. I was like, oh, okay.
Don't let the darkness fool you. Like, I kid you not.
But he's super nice.
Yeah.
We even told him, right, that we want to have him for a
podcast
episode.
Yeah.
But hopefully in the future, both of you guys,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be cute.
Yeah.
Having both of them here.
Yeah. So they both can get hate. Just kidding.
I'm pretty sure we would.
I already see all you freaking chismosos saying stuff. But yeah.
But based off like the whole relationship you had with him, like 4 fucking years that you were with him, what's one thing that you learned after like everything happened? Or like what's one piece of advice that you can give someone who's like currently going through this and you're just like warning them, don't do it, or like leave?
Like in a sense of like trying to fix something that's already broken?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Just in general, like any advice that you can give someone who's going through the same thing you went through.
I would say I try to imagine like my sister going through what I did, so, and my little sister, like I feel like if she were to go through what I did, I feel like I'd tell her like, don't do what I did because you saw how broken I was. You're the one that woke up that day and you went and ran to mom and you asked her like, what's wrong with Kia, Like, you don't want to be in the same situation for so long because then that all you think is that that's all you deserve. Like, you don't deserve that. No one deserves that. I can't even say that I put that upon my ex either. Even after everything he did, I really hope he doesn't go through that because it is the most worst feeling in the world to go through something like that. So I would just tell them, once they show you their true colors, just step back, really reevaluate what you're putting yourself into, and if you really want to go through that, then you can't dwell on what happened. You just have to keep moving forward. And one big thing that I say is, you know who you're dating. You know what you're dealing with and who you're dating and what you're going to be dealing with. So, I mean, if that's what you want to do, then go ahead. But don't be complaining still. Right. That's just my...
Yeah, another thing is just like you can't keep finding happiness in the same place that you lost it. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Like, if you keep going back to like a place that used to be your happy place and trying to fix it and rearrange it and do everything that makes you feel at peace, you won't feel peace because that's like gone already, you know. But like we told you before, like it's crazy how much you've grown.
Right.
Like honestly, if I were in your shoes and I were to go through that 4-year relationship, like I don't think I'd be able to pick myself up as fast as you did.
Yeah.
And I feel like you had no choice.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like you just didn't give yourself a single choice. Like, okay, like I'm choosing to like not pick myself up right now.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just like I need to pick myself up right now. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I give you so many props for that because
Thanks, yeah.
some people would just go back after like the 5th fucking time. They would just keep going back just because they're used to the fact that they're with that person, or they just can't see themselves with another person, and they're just scared to be alone, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna be able to move forward from after that. Like, yeah, I did the whole dating scene thing, but it wasn't really nothing serious. I mean, I was just trying to get my confidence back in a sense, you know, trying to go out, be crazy, do things,
find yourself back.
You know, like find my like crazy side, you know, like my fun side. And then did I ever think, if you were to ask me like, oh, did you ever think you were gonna get into another relationship? Nope, I didn't think so. I didn't think I was gonna get into a relationship so soon after my breakup. But I mean, I feel like,
what do you tell those people that they're gonna come up to you and talk shit by knowing that you are, after you went through that, you're already in a new relationship? Because I know how you guys are gonna be.
Talk shit for real.
I know for a fact. What can you tell
all I
them?
have to say is look at my Instagram, look at my stories, and look how happy I look more than I looked before.
And she can do whatever she wants. Just kidding.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I mean,
she grown.
Yeah, pretty much. And you can do whatever you want, you know, as long as you know you're doing the right thing.
And I feel like you just know when it's like the right person. You know, it's just kind of like,
it's just like that gut feeling. You just feel it, like without them even having to do anything. Like you can just already feel like, you know, this person did it for me. You know.
You saying that because of experience, or?
I'm sorry.
I said, are you saying that because of your experience, or why are you saying like you just know? You're like, you just know that you already went through that.
Oh yeah, I'm going through it right now. You know, I obviously did get cheated on too, and I thought that I wasn't gonna find anyone, but like the person that I did find is just like, they knew that I wasn't in the position to give them what they wanted, because they did confess their feelings towards me, and I couldn't say that I felt the same way back at that moment, just because I was still hurting. I was still like trying to heal from what I went through.
Right.
And what I'm always gonna remember about this person is that even though that they knew that I couldn't give them what they wanted, they still stayed. And it's just like they literally like fixed a heart that they didn't break. And I'm always gonna thank that person for that, because she didn't have to do that.
That's nice.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even think about going through something like that. I literally went through something like that with someone who I was only dating 1 month, and I felt like the whole world was like down on me. So I can't even imagine, you know, going through what you went through those 4 years, especially now knowing what you went through, what he would do every single time you were with him. You know, he wasn't fully honest and the person that you wanted, you know. It's
hard, especially like now. I hate to bring it up, but like me and my boyfriend can be sitting down at a restaurant, and it's little triggers, you know, it's little like flashbacks that I have where he would say something, and or his phone would ring, or I hear a text, and I'm kind of like,
who the fuck is that?
Yeah, like I don't say like, who the fuck is that, but I just say like, who is that, you know. And he'll be like, oh, it's just this person, or I don't want to say that, you know. I don't want to be that girl that's like, let me see your phone, like, who's texting us, you know.
So definitely you're still in that healing process.
I'm still in the healing process of that. And I know people are going to come at me talking about, then why are you in a relationship if you're still in your healing process? Because I want to. But
she's answering the haters.
But yeah, I sometimes catch myself like speaking about that, and he'll catch it because my face can't hide anything. So I instantly just switch, and he'll ask me like, what's wrong? Are you okay? And he's really big on communicating, and I suck at communicating. Like, because I'm so used to, and that's one thing, I'm so used to fighting, where I don't talk to them, where it's like, okay, we'll take our space for a day. We won't talk. And then the following day, we'll talk, and we pretend like nothing happened, right? We won't talk about it. But with this relationship, something's bothering me. We have to talk about it. I don't care if you don't want to talk about it. We have to. Like, the most perfect couple doesn't exist, but the perfect couple talks about uncomfortable situations and uncomfortable topics. Of course. Because that's what makes you understand each other in a different level. So, I mean, I'm not used to that. So when he brought up the whole, like, communication is one thing that we need, and being honest and all that, it was like, wow.
What is that?
Who are you?
How do you eat that? How do you use that? Yeah.
No, but yeah, you've definitely come a long way.
Yes.
Like, we've never failed to tell you that we're proud of you, and we just continue to see you grow every day, and it's something that we're very thankful for, because you did come a long way, and you keep growing and growing, and just know that never settle for less, you know? Like, you know your worth. Don't ever let anyone take that away from you again, because it was so hard for you to build, and you're still building it. And don't let one person take that away from you again.
Yes.
Like, I don't think I'll be able to watch another person take away your spark, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah. But that's it for today's podcast, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed having Miss K back, telling us how she went from a toxic to a healthy relationship. And just honestly, guys, if she could do it, you guys can do it. Don't settle for less. Know your worth and stand up for yourself. Put your foot down when it needs to be put down, and don't let anyone walk all over you. But thank you, Miss K, for coming again.
Thank you for having me.
We love you. We appreciate you.
And thank you for all the little haters in the comments, you know? We're going to have a lot more.
But yeah, guys, we love you. We appreciate you. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And for the ones who don't know, we are now available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, so you guys can now listen to us with no excuses. So, guys, we will see you guys in the next podcast. Bye.
Bye-bye.